talented. So it didn't surprise me, that result at all.
Well, they did manage to move through eventually. So Sleep to Awake, obviously Claws and Silent Sep. And then Team Liquid 2, which is Waz and Wins. You can definitely say that Sleep to Awake are the favourites, not only for this match, but they are some favourites to win the tournament. People are expecting a potential Liquid 1 and Sleep to Awake Grand Finals, we could very well see. But they've got to get through this series first. That's the big deal. We're going to look at the lineup so far. We can see actually the Doomslayer coming out from Team Liquid, and then we go a lot more traditional Visor and Galena for Sleep to Awake. This is a very sort of, a traditional meta team.
Definitely putting Claws on the Visor as well with these strong rail and aim in general.
I think we're going to be watching a lot of Claws with this in mind. I think that we haven't seen these guys on stream very much yet, if at all. And I think the people, they want to see Claws. This was the guy that had the self-proclaimed best LG in the world before QuakeCon, and then he won QuakeCon.
Yeah.
There's one rail. I mean, that's not the only weapon, obviously, you can use. We can see some horrifically good rails coming out of Claws as well. And there's the coordination coming out. He's going to be telling Silent Sep exactly what's going on. Dropping down, trying to fight for Mega. Claws being a little bit brave, walking into the belly of the beast. Getting taken out himself. 4-4, temporarily an even game. We're going to go over to some of the Team Liquid for now. Have a look at how these guys are coordinating. A bit of a fight maybe taking place near Rocket, so we're going to check out some wins. He's going to miss a couple of those rockets. He's going to inevitably go down to Claws, who we're going to move over to. The second he gets an LG, I want to just kind of glue to him until he goes down, I think. Now we're reaching that 20-second mark. This is where the power-up starts coming into play.
Let's see how the setup for this power-up.
Tries to win the fight. Actually, body blocking. That looks like a really good decision. Silent Sep's now going to try and run in, but because he was fresh off spawn, he's got no weapons to fight for this at all. Is it even possible?
I think Galena's pretty low, though.
And there's that frag taken out. They have the quad damage, Team Liquid. They can actually, I think they can make magic happen with this.
Yeah.
Wins is weak, but fortunately he's not the one that has quad. So it's not going to be a costly frag just yet. Missing the rail, that could be punishing. And now he's going to lose Mega also.
Maybe a bit too aggressive on that. Probably waited until the Mega came up and got that then attacked.
I think they kind of run a massive risk, right? Because he's almost gone down. Even if he didn't go down and lose quad, they were able to get very little off it. He's going to get one frag on Claws, so it's going to be better than nothing, but they were forced out of action for a significant amount of time, right? Claws getting one frag. Now we're going to go check him out. Wow!
Oh, that's a lot of damage for that nail gun.
Really, really good shot. Here comes that. Access to the Mega once more. And Liquid, I've actually had a really nice amount of control on the Mega this whole map. And it really is giving them an edge. There are a lot of these fights where it just feels like, by all accounts, they should be dying, but they're surviving with barely anything left. They're going to trade it 1 for 1. And here comes that moment again. Swap over to Wins. Wow, good shot. But, yeah, damage returned. He's forced to retreat. 1 for 1 again. Silent Sep. Temporarily down. And he goes down to Wins. I'm going to check out some Silent Sep. Massive stack, actually. Looking nice and healthy.
Silent Sep's one of them quiet players because you always concentrate on Claws. But Silent Sep's the one that's there. It's like, he's the rock of the team, if you get what I mean. And it keeps everything together for him. I
think that's always what he's had, back in the Sacrifice days where he was kind of like that real assistance-based player. Unfortunately, going in for the teleporter, he kind of had no choice to. And on that note, we're going to jump over to Sleep to Awake and check out their comms before this important power-up is going to spawn. So take it away, boys.
I got Galena. I'm low, I'm 50 health. One rail. Okay, he's getting heavy. One tribal. One rail, one tribal.
Okay, pushing tribal now.
One trail. One trail. Still rail.
He went tribal, I think.
Yeah. Getting Mega now. He's me on Mega. 2 on Mega.
2 there at Rocket. Both minus 100.
Okay. One rail at portal. Yeah.
And you can just see right there, Team Liquid too, like these guys, how they play around the power-up is really impressive on this map. I know on this map, you kind of almost like, you run that circuit, right? You kind of sit near teleporter, and when the power-up goes down, you kind of run away the whole game. It's only after the power-up has disappeared that now Sleep to Awake are actually starting to be able to fight back. Silent Sep incredibly weak though.
But I think Liquid 2 are very impressive of staying away, like you said, from the opposition's power-up.
Oh my god. Just fresh out the teleporter with the gauntlet right there.
Going back to the comms, it's like they're just talking to each other, so just quietly, like no frantic talking, just very calm. It's
I think it's a testament actually to how these guys are as people. Whenever you talk to these guys in person, they're very reserved.
Yeah.
They'll have a conversation with you, but you know, they're quite quiet dudes, and they say what they need to say. And then when the comms happen, everything they say is just non-stop important information. Yeah. It's keywords, right? Yeah. It's mega, it's timing, yeah. It's fight for quad, it's, you know, anything you need to know.
Yeah, it's very clean. It's just, yeah, precise.
Oh, excellent rail coming down there. This is a close game. I'll be honest, actually a closer game than I was expecting.
I think this is Team Liquid 2's pick, is it?
Potentially. I actually don't have the information, but I'm sure we can definitely get it.
I think I heard this is their best map. So
if they're going to play on their best map first, it's definitely going to give them an excellent start. And here comes the quad damage. Claws with plenty of ammo on the nails, but to be honest, that's all he has access to. So with the quad, I think he might need to try and look to get that rail, which that's going to be his next objective. Let's see if he can get anything going. They have got that 3 frag lead now. They've been able to somewhat run away with it, but a lot more work left to go. Big LG just taking the 2v1, but actually not really going for one target at a time. I think he was forced into a precarious position there where he had to try and get someone, but they were actually using cover really well for Team Liquid. They were making themselves hard to hit.
I think because he dropped the totem, he thought, I'll take the other guy out there that's actually trying to shoot me in the side, then I can go back to that guy. It just didn't work out too well.
Waz really trying to pile in, but can only do so much. Claws with lots of LG and an impressive stack. And now they're off the respawn. He knows all this guy's going to have is a machine gun and a rocket, so what really do I have to fear? See another fight coming out with the nails, but that's a 2v1. Wins in big trouble. Claws gets another frag with the LG, but he himself is incredibly weak. Good thing then, Mega. Impressive rail. That's going to be traded out for another time. And the lead really starting to climb bigger and bigger. Claws with the LG. Impressive stuff as always. Don't expect to see anything less. What
I find Claws and Silencep are really good at is getting the spawn frags. Once they've got control, you'll see they'll start racking kills up and getting them on their own constantly.
And I feel like that's a testament to a lot of the Steve 208 guys, or anyone that was, you know, sort of rep the 2Z brand. I think they're scientists. You know, they're actually really good at looking into the game, finding out the maths, learning the spawns, and really breaking the engine down. And they use all of that knowledge to their advantage, but not every team actually has access to it. You know, these guys were figuring out spawns a long time before everyone else last year. Oh, wow. Silencep can get himself access to Heavy, but the Heavy is going to be super important for helping him fight. Miss jumps a little bit, which is going to allow them to sort of fight towards this protection. Big damage on the rockets, and they take the 2 for nothing. Claws is going to go on this protection rampage for another time. I actually like that double jump from Doomslayer, kind of avoiding that rail. Little cute stuff.
That double jump's annoying sometimes when you're trying to rail.
Oh no, Claws somewhat fumbled his nail jump, so he's going to waste a little bit of time. No frag loss though. Oh my god, the second wind went out for the light armor. He paid the price. You know, he was like, why didn't I just wait there for longer?
Why didn't I just back up into teleporter?
Yeah. Well, Claws looks really good. Silencep is going to be 1-1. Waz looking good, but with this deficit, I think these guys, they need to sort of like change their plan. So, you know, you sort of being in their competitive shoes, when you're this far back, what is the kind of approach you take to try and get back into the fight, besides the obvious like power-up?
Yeah, it's just trying to play together, it's trying to stick together and try not to get caught out and slow the game down. But it's easier said than done, especially against Claws and Silencep that are just going to hunt you down, basically. Because
I think that's the key word you said, hunt them down. It really is a matter of the second they fragged someone, they seem to have complete knowledge over where the next spawn is going to be, and they just gun for that point straight away.
Or if they've done like a lot of damage, it's like, get in there on that guy, go. And they're in there straight away.
And they're focusing the same targets down too. That they kind of know when the damage is being done and they're calling it to each other, and before you even realize what's going on, you've been fragged. And before you've even learned how you've died, you've spawned and died again.
Oh, nice.
Excellent flick shot. We're going to check out Silencep. Actually very, very weak indeed. We'll see how he recovers from this. There's going to be a little bit of downtime, but this is Galena we're talking about. Fresh off the Mega. We're actually going to swap back to Claws, because I foresee a fight taking place, especially if Silencep's about to take part. Quad coming up. He's going to sneak up behind. Tries to maybe flank, but they're already wise to it. Waz with a double kill. a few more seconds to maybe fight for the squad. And actually see they're piling in. No fear, silent set, but wonderful nails. And Liquid win the fight for a second time in a row. He's going in with the LG, yeah. Sleep to Awake, they are not ready. Not ready for that sneak attack, which actually is kind of surprising that they weren't ready for that.
I think it was fixated on the armor because I thought the quad would definitely go for the big armor when it was up.
So dedicated to their own decision, were not ready for the plan B, and Waz taking full advantage. These frags are, you know what? There was a big deficit here, not anymore. 4 frag difference, and Liquid in the blink of an eye are back in this fight. Oh my god, the rocket as well. He should be able to finish the job, yeah? Easy. Right. Another, what are these?
2 frags in it now.
Only 2 frags separate these two teams. I mean, this has been a fast turnaround. And against the likes of Sleep to Awake, even this turnaround, the complete ambush, they weren't ready for him to be around the corner. Wins with the cleanup, but that was a straight up 2v1. Waz is very weak though. Even with that health bubble, he's got to be careful. Wins, I think he's looking to sneak up. Oh, not before they managed to surprise him though. I know we've spent a lot of time watching Team Liquid 2 heads because they've been making this comeback. It has been interesting seeing how they're tackling this, but the 2v1. Oh, there's 2v2 now. A little bit of a pause, unfortunately. Hopefully that was just spectator client. I'm actually not sure whether that was spectator or not, but we'll find out later, I'm sure. Sorry, guys. You know what? This turnaround. If Team Liquid 2 can actually make the comeback, I think they're going to be feeling really good going into the next map.
Yeah, definitely going in there confident.
But now they're starting, if they're making this comeback though, it's quite late, right? They have a lot more work to do.
I think they're going to try and get this power up and have a good run again. That last power up, they must have brought 10 frags back.
Oh, we have another fumble. I sincerely hope this is spectator side, because that would be a very unfortunate time. I'm not actually sure. We'll find out what's going on here, but this is a crucial time. Going straight in for the double jump, and he's going to get really a sitting duck to that LG. Claws now with the protection. This might be a game-winning protection.
He's quite weak though. Okay, he's got 2 health bubbles, so he can go back aggressive.
Yeah, that rail is... that's the one of many victories he needs. But even with those totems, he's still alive. But is it enough? No! Nice. Going into the teleporter and just being brave. Actually paid the price for it. He's going to lose protection on that play.
Nice.
So watch out. At this stage, I mean, they're not far behind. Frag left for Sleep to Awake. They can't give up a single one. Totem's going to keep him alive, but yeah, just completely surrounded. Because we know that Galena is weak on the side of Team Liquid, but yeah, the 2v2, and now it's straight back to an 8 difference. One more, and then we're going to have map number 1. Not completely out, but with the momentum these guys are riding, if there's one team you don't want to have 1 frag against, it's going to be these guys.
Yeah. It's scary how quick they can, like you say, it's so close, and then they can rack up 10 kills in like 2 seconds.
But before we can even get into that, the map 1 is going to be down, and eventually Sleep to Awake do take this map victory. To be honest with you, when it was being really dominant at the beginning, something I was expecting to see when they were running away with. Pretty close at the beginning.